Hey everyone. Hey. Hello. Hey. It's me, Pastor Jono. You know, I've missed you guys a lot. It sure is quiet around school without all of your awesome faces to keep us company. I can't wait to tell you a story today about one of my favorite Bible heroes. And I wonder, can you guess who my favorite Bible character is? I thought before I start today, we should play a little game. But first, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to a very special first in online chapel content. Today, we welcome you to our new game show, Who Am I? I'll be your host today, Pastor Jono. Thank you. Let's hold the applause until after the program. I will be here all day to sign each of your autographs, especially for you, sir. I know you've been waiting for one. Definitely. Today, this new game show, Who Am I? Is a game show where you, the viewer, the audience at home, gets the opportunity to guess the Bible hero. Well, I have my list of questions for you this morning. Let's get straight into it. The first hint is, who am I? My father was a king. Hint number 2, who am I? I was once a fierce warrior. Hint number 3, my best friend later became a king. And here we have it, the final hint of the game. Do you know who the Bible hero is today? Hint number 4, I share the same name as one of your top 5 favorite chaplains at school. Well, there you have it. The results are in. I'm absolutely amazed that some of you were able to guess who the Bible hero is today. That's right, you guessed it correct. The Bible hero today is Jonathon himself, son of Saul and fierce warrior for the Israelite kingdom. So let me tell you a story all about Jonathon. Jonathon's dad was King Saul, the first king of Israel. And Jonathon was one of his key leaders, best warriors in his army. He was a soldier that would often go to war. One of my favorite stories about Jonathon is a time where he put his faith and his trust in God. He counted on God, knowing that God would help him to have the victory in the battle that he was about to face. One day, when Jonathon was at war, he turned to his armor bearer. He turned to one of his close friends who fought side by side with him. And he said, let's go and fight these guys by ourselves. Let's go to war. Jonathon said to his young armor bearer, come, let's go over to the outpost of those men. Perhaps the Lord will act in our behalf. Nothing can hinder the Lord from saving, whether by many or by few. There's just 2 of them. Only 2 of them, and they're about to go to war with who knows how many people. There could be 1, there could be 2, there could be 20, there could be hundreds. And Jonathon turns to his friend and he says, I believe that nothing will stop God from helping us. I believe that nothing will stop God from saving us. Let's go and let's fight this battle together. And so that's just what Jonathon and his young armor bearer did. They walked towards the enemy camp. It was up a hill. They went between rocks from left to right. And as they made their way, they were chatting to each other. They were discussing their army plans. What would they do? How would they fight? How would they defend themselves? And Jonathon turned to his friend and he says, you know what? If they tell us, wait, don't go anywhere, we'll come down to you. That will be a sign that we will stay where we are. We won't fight them. We won't win. But if they say, come up to us, that will be a sign from God that he will be on our sides and that he will deliver us. That's how we know that God will be with us. As they approached the camp, as they looked up the hill, and as they saw the enemy standing there at the outpost, there was about 20 people, maybe more. Too many people for just 2 men to fight. They were outnumbered. The Philistines looked down at Jonathon and his armor bearer. They laughed at them. They knew that they had the numbers. They knew that they would defeat these two small little people. And so they yelled out to them, "Come up to us." Do you remember what Jonathon said the sign would be that God was on their side? You're right. That if the enemy says, "Come up to us," we will know that God will be on our side. And that's just what happened. Jonathon looked at his armor bearer looked at him, and they knew that God was with them. So they climbed up that mountain. And they began to fight the enemies. Back to back, they fought on the side of a hill. And you know what? They weren't defeated. They won. What an incredible story this one is. They were completely outnumbered. Everyone would know that they shouldn't have entered that battle, that they shouldn't have gone to that war. But Jonathon had courage. He knew that he wasn't alone. He knew that he could trust in God. In fact, the courage that he had came from the fact that he knew that God was on his side. He knew that he could count on God to help him. Jonathon had faith in a God who cared about him and a God who loved him.